fed. You just gotta make sure he's not get fed. But sometimes it's really difficult to do when they've set up with a really good team. Just gotta figure out a way to shut him down. Generally, Thornmails help, but it's not all that great. Yeah, we probably should have gone and checked Dragon, but unfortunately, I think if any one of us did, because it would have been either me or Meg, either we would have lost the turret and died, or we would have just died while they were at Dragon. I don't think we could have stole it, unfortunately. Will's getting blue buff to help him out a little bit. And oh my. It's kind of funny. I'm trying to talk about stuff that's, you know, just kind of relevant. Most of it's pretty obvious for the most part. I mean, this isn't meant to be like uber advanced. Ow. That's what I... Good flash. Good flash. And it's good. I absolutely hate Alistair. And they take this out and there's nothing I can do about it. But will we make them pay is the question. Fuck you, Heimer. Oh my god. No. None of that. Fuck you, bitches. That's basically what we said. They came a little bit too late, but we ended up picking up both kills. And now we're going to take that fucking turret. Damn straight. So, it's going to be revenge. So, if we can get it, then it'll be more than worth it to have lost that turret. Because then we would have lost that turret and picked up 2 free kills. Okay, it was worth it. And then I faggot fly out. That's what I've deemed it. Because generally we call the... No other group, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but we call them like Jarvan, Garen, Zinjao, Poppy, Galio, the Demacian faggots. Because I always scream Demacia. And it's just kind of a joke. It's not to me offensive to anyone like in particular. That's just a joke for us. And so every time I use my Jarvan jump to get out or in, I'm like, faggot fly! But luckily I'm standard enough, tanky enough to already take the turret. I pop the shield and it blocks some of the damage and we're out. I'm like, run! Oh my god, no! Will! Why are they going after Will? And I'm like, fight to the death! Good laser! It's a good laser! So we got them off the turret and then we were able to push them back. Unfortunately, there wasn't much else I could have done here. Or we could do here. They're all guarding this turret with their lives, and we really fucking want it. We want it like... I can't even describe the way we want it. We want it like... What is someone who really wants something? I mean, you could always think of like, you know, fat people and pizza, but I mean, that's a little insensitive, I think. Because I want pizza and I'm not fat. But yeah, let's say like that. Like, shit, I can't even think of anything now. But we really want this turret to make them pay. We've lost all 3 turrets. We need to get this turret. I decided that this is not going anywhere. Their double heals, Anheimer, they're gonna bunker up pretty fucking nicely. As you can see, every time I look back there and it updates their health bars, that I actually decided to go push out. I actually decided to go push him and then I check up on these guys. What is Campbell packing right now? So it looks like Meg's sitting at 2 blasting wands, Phoenix Codex for that mana regen and cooldown reduction for her mushrooms. Boots swimming so she can move really fucking fast as Teemo. What's her movement speed? 413 or 443. And it looks like they start to get a little aggressive and good bind and they're out. Well, look at me. Wow. Spencer solos dragon, and then I have a Trinimir coming up from the top, and I did notice that, so I fucking ran out, and then we almost got that turret. About halfway down, so it's a pretty good push. And this Trinimir is all alone. I'm pretty sure they were coming up. And the true damage was just not enough for Trinimir. I guess he thought he could survive that. And I go in the check. And her ulti doesn't go off. Tons of damage coming in from Spencer. No! And I walk into it. No, no, no! And pro flash over the wall to save my life. I took the bullets and I fucked shit up. And there's Heimer. Just chilling. We both really wanted him, but we were too low on health. So Campbell and Meg are here, so it should be good to go. Campbell and the Widow should be, you know, they should be able to hold that tower, but That's a pretty easy push out for us, and Will's going out to push out top lane, so we don't have to worry about minions pushing back. This is one thing. Another thing, I hate minions. Granted, they give me gold and all that fun stuff, but just randomly they'll start pushing harder for no reason. I mean, when I've seen someone push the wave and stuff like that, then I can understand. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, they've been pushing it for a while, so that's why we got this shitload of, you know, minions, kind of like this, but more intense. But then there's other times where for no reason their minions are pushing stronger than ours, or ours are pushing stronger than theirs, and it just, for no reason, there'll be a giant creep wave. I'm like, what the fuck? But see, I just go in here to initiate balls to the wall. Everyone's coming to me. They're ready. We're ready to get some fucking kills. That's what's going on. But we decide it's time to push it. I decided it's time to push out bot and finally get it. With Tryndamere and Heimer there, I think I could probably, if I get some more backup, I could do it, but no one actually comes in. Oh my god, look at that movement. That's like sideways moonwalking. So Vayne is the new Michael Jackson. But good harass on the turret. We got Meg poking that turret pretty good, and then we got Heimer rolling up. So it means that only Tryndamere is down here, or should be. But I don't see him, so I decided to push out the minion wave while they keep them. Well, my team gets them distracted, and I almost got it. And there's Tryndamere, and I decided to kind of back off a little bit to see it's Tryndamere. But look at that damage, and I get Will coming in to help me. Perfect timing, Will. And then we get that tower, and I throw up our domestic standard so we get extra attack speed. Oh yeah. And then I'm out. We're gone, because no one else comes to help that turret. Free gold for us. But as you can see, look at my build right now. I've got a miracle. I've been loving this item lately. Instead of doing Merc Treads, I do swiftness in this, just because that extra movement speed helps so much. I've actually been thinking about getting move quints, but still kind of debating on it. I like my magic resist quints so much. Got a heart of gold to help me generate gold and eventually build into a Randuin's, and then I got a Negatron cloak to help me to eventually build into a Banshee to be able to stop some of the CC as well as extra magic resist. But I also have a Trinity Force because I thought I was going attack damage Jarvan. Generally I build Trinity Force, and then it goes from anything to a Madrids to a Bloodthirster, and then defensive items for the most part. Yes, our Vayne has got to pee a lot. And she felt like she needed to let everyone know, so I think it was a distraction tactic, because as long as they actually, oh my god, see, look at this. He says he's got to pee, and just shit happens. Fortunately, instead of chasing Heimer, I should have come back, which I did. Fortunately, Will died like a man there, but he died for everyone. And now he's going in as his Revenant to get them off the turret, get them off us. Oh my god, perfect. Will, you are the best distraction ever. We love you. You will die with honor. We'll make sure that you take everything. I was so afraid right there that she was gonna get hit by the turret, because she did hit nobly. But apparently the turret didn't want to lock onto her, so I'm just kind of a little bit bullying to kind of push them out, so we just can take this turret and get out. Fortunately, I started taking a lot of damage though. No, I couldn't walk in front of it. Both me and Widow tried to walk in front of it. It did not work out. And the spears aren't hitting, and then I just try and bully them back. Caitlyn starts hurting a lot, so I'm like, and she gets me. As you can see, Caitlyn's fairly farmed, and I keep screaming at Campbell. Oh, nice laser! And that's how you play Lux, people. And that's not how you die. Run, Meg! With her uber movement speed. 469. And then they have an Ari wire healed and a golf. Actually, I don't actually remember seeing a heal. So, but yeah, she was ignited. And she was in cat form as well, so that's probably it, too. So that probably explains why that didn't happen. We were all kind of curious about that. But here goes Tryndamere, just doing his thing. Tryndamere is an annoying character, but Same thing with Alistair. I don't know why they have those two characters. Like, the fact that they can both be like, lol, like I'm becoming invincible is kind of annoying, but yeah, we can still take them out, so that's good to know. And I know they're fairly easy to counter. Trinimir's a pretty good counter as an igniter, any damage over time. So you stop him there, it'll be pretty good. And here goes Will to try and initiate. And he's just taking crit after crit after crit from this Kate. This Kate has gotten farmed. And I tried to say, I did everything in my power to save her right there, right? Right, you guys believe me? But she got that last hit off. Good bind, and it saved my life. That's why we love Campbell. Well, let me see how many creep kills she has. 228 and 8 kills. So yeah, she's gotten pretty fed. An Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, Berserker's Grease. So yeah, this is when we start getting more serious. I'm like, we gotta kill her. She needs to see, out of all these characters, she needs to die, and then we'll follow her up by probably focusing on Tryndamere. Because the thing about focusing Tryndamere is because he does have his ulti, and then I just took a mistake by initiating on them, and because of the dual heals, they actually stay alive. See, that was my bad. I shouldn't have initiated on them at half health with only half our team here. So that was all my fault. But I think we did end up getting her. No, we did not, unfortunately, and that's what we were upset about. But the thing about focusing Tryndamere in a team fight is the most you can do is focus him and then kind of push him out. You see, he can just Undying Rage through everything, and then he tries to spin away to get away, and nice laser, just as it wears off. But because of his ulti, you focus him, he'll just pop his ulti, and then he won't die. And then if you just keep all the focus on him, he never dies, and you lose stuff. But there's the damage from Orvane, fucking shit up. But as you can kind of see, it's kind of a flaw there. And the same thing with Alistair. He's got tons of CC. He can do a decent amount of damage. Not if he goes full AP, but. And here's Will's problem. He shouldn't have gone in there when it's just him and Campbell. Spencer should have been following up a little bit more if he was going in that hard, balls to the wall. But good distraction to keep him off, and it wasn't enough though, unfortunately. But it looks like Campbell's finally got his Banshee's Veil and a Roa, so it's good to know. Got nothing but straight damage on Vayne. Which maybe she probably could have built the Banshee's Veil, which I think maybe I think she starts working on. But just straight attack speed and Infinity Edge and a Bloodthirster. And a poor laser. Took out the couple creeps, but did not take out Alistair. I don't think it would have killed him either way, but it would have been enough to force him way back. And then I get there, and part of the problem was we had here too is we kept going in one by one. See, look at this. I just can't stop. See, I saved Spencer's life there, and we can't do it. No, no, gosh. Again, Spencer shouldn't have stayed. I'm taking tons of damage right here from Caitlyn. She is mad. I was waiting to see if she actually followed up. Probably could have taken her. And the whole time that was going on, see, that's another good thing about being event communication and stuff like that. If one lane can keep them busy, as you can see, we can actually have it's not considered a backdoor because you actually push the minion wave. But you have someone go solo push a lane, or duo push a lane, or you have multiple push on a lane. They can't have all that pressure there, and then you have the weakest links in certain lanes. Say, for instance, Caitlyn and Tryndamere are our biggest damage dealers right now. So if we had Heimer and Nidalee in one lane, or there could only be one of them in one lane, like Nidalee was in a solo lane, we could actually kill her near her turret because she's fairly squishy. And then they're down a member, and then the rest rush to get to that area, and then we've got the kind of the jump on them for the most part. It kind of varies depending on what's going on, but actually I don't know where I am. Oh, I'm doing some blue buff. Blue buff always helps. But yeah, just a little bit of lifesteal too, especially with the Sheen proc. Look at that, just crazy amounts of heal. Okay, maybe not crazy, but I mean, it's enough to sustain me as a tank. I was actually thinking about building this into a Wriggles, and Wriggles is a good jungler's item, as well as I think it's a fairly decent tank item, to be honest. I don't generally always build it. Generally, I would only do it on like Shen and Jarvan, because they're both very good auto, or at least Jarvan's a really great auto attacker. But he gives them just that little bit of armor, but also that free ward. And the life returns on that is also very helpful to making you a decent tank. Because if you're in there and getting bursted down, as long as you auto-tank them, I'm stupid here. I should have run as soon as I saw Caitlyn. Did you just see her tank my health? Oh my god, that's what happens when Caitlyn gets fed. And then unfortunately I started that kind of domino effect, and it ended up leading to Vayne's death as well. See, that was all my bad. If I didn't jump in there like a retard, I should have. Well, as soon as I saw Caitlyn, I should have backed out. But I just wanted her so bad, because we all wanted her dead, to be very honest. And sometimes you gotta watch out for that too. Good bind, good bind. Good flash. We got a great flash over there. No! Oh! And Will took it from Meg, but he died in the meanwhile. I think Meg got a killing spree, so... No, she probably doesn't have a killing spree, but Will wasn't doing all that much better, so it gave them about the same amount of gold. No, Will Diana probably gave them a little bit less, so that was very nice of him. Right now, Campbell's trying to do anything to keep them off the turret. It's not... I mean, with as many heals as they have, this is ridiculous. I'm surprised we won this. I was actually thinking about picking them an Executioner's Calling, which I probably should have. The only problem is I'd have to prioritize which target, which could vary. And now that it actually affects like lifesteal and stuff, I mean, Caitlyn probably would have been a grand target for that. So that's probably one thing I could criticize about the majority of me and my team. Me or maybe someone else, me or maybe Will could have grabbed an Executioner's Calling since we were right up in that. And probably actually, you know, stops a lot of that health return. At least off the key targets. Tryndamere and Caitlyn. Maybe possibly even saved it for Nidalee. But he really wanted her. I didn't actually get to watch it, so I want to see what happens here. Good flash. Damage. And like 3 shots. And see, the good thing about, you know, even though they're Caitlyn's fed, our Vayne is fed. Really fed. And who do you guys think's the better carry? That's right, Vayne. Sorry Caitlyn, but she's got a better kit for doing what she does. And I get up here to initiate. Although Will is not with us, I decided that we should try and get them anyways, especially since it'll be a 4v4 now. The Tryndamere's gone. We need their Caitlyn. So as you can see, I focus Nidalee because Caitlyn's way back there. I think I was hoping to get Nidalee right there. Fuck those spears. It's like every time I play against the Nidalee, I just expecting, no matter where I am or back, and I just imagine a spear just flying out of nowhere, and then I die as always. I really wanted her. See, we focused her and she died. Unfortunately, we can't handle all of them. I probably could have taken her right there. No, she got double healed. So, unfortunately, that was not a great trade. Caitlyn, well, we both killed our carries. No one else really died, but still, it was kind of 1 for 1. Although we should back out. This is bad. No, run! Teemo! No, Will, no. Oh, he probably could have run around. But I think he's kind of just taunting them a little bit. But yeah, they keep running back to try and slow them. I don't quite understand why, but I guess it's fun to watch. But yeah, see, here's another example of minions. I don't actually remember pushing this minion away, but it just randomly got big. I guess it's a matter of where the minions meet or something. Not 100% sure. Or maybe when Will or Vayne was up there, he probably took out the minion wave, and that's probably what caused it. But I don't think this game's lasted much longer. I didn't expect to pick such a fucking long game to do this. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out exactly, because I know my voice is monitored, so I'm trying to fix that and trying to make it a little bit more exciting, although I'm pretty sure I'm not succeeding all that well. But, oh my god, the Bush Queen. Bush Queen and Heimer, I don't understand. Nidalee's probably one of the hardest characters in the game to play, but she's a ton of fun. I played her before, I loved her, but I sucked at her horribly. And you guys probably watch this like, yeah, you're Jarvan, you probably could have done some other stuff and you're terrible. And I'm like, honestly, I don't really care. I know I've got a lot of shit to improve on, and I know. That's why I play the game so much. But cool thing, the thing I like about Jarvan as a tank, though, if you think about it, he's actually got a really good tank kit. He's got a way to block terrain, actually, to single out targets. That can also have a back, you know, his ulti, that can also have a backside, though, too, where it can actually trap your squishier characters with their team, which is something I've been trying to watch out for. But another good thing, too, about it as well is it can also, see, and I try and do all the damage to it, and I don't have anything to take it, and he walks up and grabs it. I was pissed. But back to Jarvan. His ulti and everything. Cataclysm. Basically, if we were to fight right here. Oh no, Megan! And see, that's the problem. See, we focus Trin right there. And I do this to try and block them. See how I block them off? Alistair can no longer get back this way. They can no longer get in. Now we gotta keep going. We gotta push to win. But yeah, just his ulti is like can block off terrain and everything. Unfortunately, my flag cooldown isn't up, so I can't do anything. As well as Jarvan's armor pen is also really good because of that. It helps physical characters like Vayne do a lot more damage than they normally would. And Widow Teemo just takes it to the face. Doesn't really care about it. Not enough. We've got this. Caitlyn isn't going to be able to touch us. This is GG right here. So just look at that damage. And she just pushes everything out. Good call by Campbell. Ulti, laser, and then I jumped on her. It was absolutely perfect. And we did it. And that's kind of half roaming Jarvan. This is kind of like the first in the series. Good GGs across the board, with the exception no one else really talked about it. But hopefully Riot will get their whole shit together and pull everything up that they need, so they could actually do like replays and stuff like that. It'd be so much fun to like just go download replays and watch them, or even just spectate off them. Kind of to practice, because that's what this is all about for me. It's just practice, as well as not saying a lot. Fuck. But we've got tons of content, and I just kind of blacked out. That's terrible. But that was a good game. Unfortunately, it won't let me pull up the screen so I can show you everyone's items and kills and everything. But Jarvan, I like him as a tank. He's a pretty cool tank. I like him as a tank and as a DPS. His tanking, because as I said, because of that, plus the extra armor boost from his standard and attack speed boost, great at pushing towers. His shield's good at slowing. His good. Well, it's not all that great. It's not that big of a slow, but it's just enough. As well as it provides him with like a little barrier. It's very slow. And although if you've ever read it, it's kind of weird the way it stacks. I believe it's like you get an extra bonus per percentile bonus to the shield based off like 200, I think, at max level per enemy around. So if you have 5 enemies around, you're gonna get like a 300-400 shield, which is kind of nice. I don't think it actually goes that high. And then his passive is also good for harassing and early game damage, as well as late game, just kind of standard harass. So he's considered a bruiser, but I think he can be played decent as a tank, especially if you watch any of the Dream Hacks and seen any of that. Oh my god, it was absolutely crazy. But yeah, so that is we've got Widow and Teemo, we've got Campbell's, Lux, we've got me, Jarvan, the Commando squad, we've got a Vayne, and we've got a Yorick. And Yorick, I think he's an okay champ. I think he could use a little bit of a buff, maybe a little bit, but I've seen some really good Yoricks. So don't downplay him. He can be he's a pretty mean distraction, let's put it that way. I've had Yoricks distract an entire team while we just plowed over the rest of their turrets, because if they left him, he would have taken that turret. So, but this has been the TheDrFrancis. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna try and keep up a couple more of these and still kind of learning, practicing. We'll have to see how it goes. I'll probably do a couple more of these whenever I get a chance. But for the meanwhile, I've got a couple more videos coming up here pretty soon, so we'll have to wait and see what's in store. And as always, subscribe, like, comment. Love all of them, even if you comment say you're a Jew. Okay, that was offensive. Don't say that, but I mean, You can say whatever you want. That's what the comments are for. Any opinions, any suggestions, they're all there. I love the feedback for this one. I'm still learning this, so feedback is amazing. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, bye.